Welcome to Voxel Micro Video Labs, where we track the physical world that powers our digital lives. You know, something huge just happened in the last 24 hours. The quiet suburbs of Southern California, of all places, just became the unexpected epicenter of the global AI race. Today, we're breaking down how a single company announcement is about to redefine the future of artificial intelligence.
All right, so let's just get right into it. What is the one thing, the single biggest threat that could bring the entire multi-trillion-dollar AI industry to a grinding halt? It's not some software bug or a crazy new algorithm. The answer is much more, well, physical. That's right, heat. The mad dash to build bigger, faster, more powerful AI models is creating a massive, and I mean massive, thermal crisis. We're talking about data centers being literally at risk of a meltdown.
Think about it like a Formula One race car. The more horsepower you try to squeeze out of that engine, the hotter it runs. Well, AI data centers are facing that exact same problem, but on a planetary scale. The silicon chips we've relied on for decades just can't take the heat from this next generation of GPUs. We basically hit a wall, a physical roadblock.
So here's the bottom line, the thing you really need to get. You simply cannot build the next generation of AI if you can't power it efficiently and keep it from, overheating. It is a hard physical limit. The entire industry, all those trillions of dollars, hinges on solving this one problem.
Okay, so, with that massive problem laid out, where do you think the solution is coming from? Silicon Valley, right? Maybe somewhere in Asia? Nope. As of yesterday, the solution is coming from Torrance, California, right here in the South Bay. This is the big news.
So who is this company that's stepping up? Navitas? They're based in Torrance, and they've been quietly working with these next-gen materials called Gallium Nitride and Silicon Carbide. Just know they are way, way better at handling intense power and heat than old-school silicon. And yesterday, they announced their big breakthrough. It's a really calculated move to go from making parts for things like phone chargers to becoming an absolutely essential supplier for the biggest names in AI.
Now this number, this is where it gets really, really interesting. 98.5% efficiency. In simple terms, that means almost no energy is wasted as heat. And that is the exact problem we were just talking about. This is a massive leap forward.
And this number, this is the other half of the magic trick. An incredible power density of 2.1 kilowatts per cubic inch. That means data centers can cram so much more computing power into the exact same physical space without everything catching on fire.
All of this enables a word you're going to be hearing a lot more: densification. It's a critical concept. Basically, it means data centers can seriously upgrade their power and performance without having to tear everything down and build brand new facilities, which, by the way, saves billions of dollars and years of time. It's a game changer.
Okay, so a huge tech breakthrough like this doesn't just happen in a lab and stay there. Oh no, it sends out immediate shockwaves, big ones, from Wall Street trading floors all the way to the local job market right here in Southern California. You can literally watch the market trying to figure this out in real time. That initial jump in the stock, that's pure excitement for the tech. But the little dip the next day shows the other side of the coin. This kind of innovation is incredibly expensive. Investors are weighing that amazing long-term potential against the very real short-term costs. It's a dance you always see with these deep tech breakthroughs. And the story gets even more interesting when you look past the stock ticker. There's a reported $100 million being pumped into the company to scale up manufacturing. But what's really fascinating to us as real estate analysts is the kind of jobs they're hiring for. They're not looking for warehouse workers. They're looking for top-tier, PhD-level engineers. And those engineers need sophisticated labs, not just empty boxes. This changes the entire real estate game in the South Bay.
Now, to really get what's happening here, we have to zoom out, because this one event perfectly highlights how the whole South Bay region is kind of fracturing. It's splitting into these highly specialized but surprisingly complementary economic zones.
Just look at two cities right next to each other, Torrance and Redondo Beach. They are building completely different economic engines. Torrance is all in on being this hard-tech, industrial innovation hub. Meanwhile, Redondo Beach is focusing completely on lifestyle and experiences.
So check this out. In the very same city, on the very same day, you've got Navitas literally defining the future of global AI. At the same time, another local company, Motor Car Parts of America, reported that it's struggling with its old-school business. It just perfectly shows the pressure on older industries to adapt or get left behind by this new wave.
All right, now let's hop in the car and drive just a few miles down the road, over to the coast. Because what's happening in Redondo Beach, it feels like a whole other universe.
And you don't even have to guess what their focus is. The proof is right there in the public record. Today's Redondo Beach City Council agenda is all about real estate deals. But look who they're talking to. The Beach Life Music Festival, a sports studio, and even Nike. This has nothing to do with industrial tech. It's all about building a place people want to be. So here's the key takeaway, the thing you really need to understand. These are not two separate competing stories. Not at all. They're two sides of the very same coin, and together they're creating a powerful new regional ecosystem.
Think about it. The high-tech innovation over in Torrance is creating a whole class of high-income engineers and executives. And the lifestyle, the restaurants, the events being built up in Redondo Beach, that's exactly what you need to attract and keep that top-tier talent.
It creates this perfect symbiotic loop. Torrance innovates, Redondo attracts, and the two together create this sustainable, specialized regional economy that can actually compete on a global scale. It's a really fascinating model for how regions can grow in the 21st century.
So let's put it all together. Our take here at Voxel is this. The Navitas breakthrough isn't just a new product. It is a piece of absolutely critical infrastructure for the next decade of computing, and it's anchored right here in the South Bay, making this region an indispensable checkpoint in the global AI supply chain.
Which leaves us with one last big idea to chew on. As our world gets more digital, more virtual, more driven by AI, the physical hardware that powers it all, and the communities that build that hardware, they don't become less important. They become more critical than ever.